Hey, what's going on? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoy. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. Man, oh man, man. Just getting back from Houston, and yo, turn up is real, man. If you haven't already, go and check the videos from Houston because boy, oh boy, oh boy, so much went down, and that's just the stuff that I can show you guys on camera. A couple people were saying I should start like a Patreon and stuff, but I don't really know if I want to give that side out because it kind of slows me down if I'm trying to connect with the women. But we are here, and welcome back to Money Talk Mondays. And in this Money Talk Mondays, I'm going to walk you guys and ladies, so rather ladies and guys, I'm going to walk you through how I acquired a property outside of outside of where I reside during this pandemic. Now, if any of you guys seen the title already, which you hopefully have, um, I'm getting ready to close, and I say getting ready to close because I just got the clear to close last week, and I scheduled my closing date for Friday. So on Friday, I'm going down. On Thursday, my fault. On Thursday, I'm going down to Miami Beach, Florida, so that I can close on my condo on the waterfront in on Miami Beach. But I'm going to show you guys the apartment complex before I get into the story. Shout out to everybody in the room. Apex Travel, what up, man? What's going on, man? It's nice, yo. Listen, in Houston, bro, everything's thick, man. Thick. It's wild. Percival, what's going on, man? West Palm Beach in the house. What's up, man? Apex say I bought it. Nice, congratulations, man. That's a moneymaker, especially if you bought it downtown, because that's bread. So he did. Oh, Dre, what up, man? What it is, Dre? What it do? What it do? What it do? Shout out to the homie Dre, Andre in the building, man. But yeah, so before I get into explaining to you guys how I bought a property during this, I'm trying to say the word for it, during this pandemic, I'm going to show you the building where my property is. And I'm just shouting everybody out. Global Paper, what's going on? Brazil or die? Models and bottles, you already know. Simply P4P. All right, so let's go to this right here. Let's share the screen. Let me share the screen. I'm going to show you now. This property that I'm going to show you here is in the building. My property doesn't have a balcony, but it has a little terrace. But it's in the building. It's on the same floor, and it's right next to, I guess, for all intents and purposes, where like half of the celebrities stay. I'm the property I got is on West Avenue. It's 800 West Avenue. I don't mind telling the places it's a building, it's a condo, got security and all that stuff. But I bought a condo at 800 West Avenue and in Miami Beach, Florida. So I'm actually in South Beach. I'm actually in South Beach. I didn't just buy a place in Miami. I'm actually in South Beach. And what I'll be doing for the next 3 or 4 months is I'll be going back and forth, trying to put it together because there's some things I want to get fixed on it. I gotta buy a bed. I gotta buy TVs. I gotta do all that stuff. It's a blank canvas. I mean, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys the area. I don't have a particular. I'll see if I can mirror the screen too. But let's play this video real quick. I'll see if I can mirror the screen and show you guys what the actual place looks like now. But I'm going to shoot a whole video. I'm going to shoot a whole video. I was waiting for some people to come in. I'm going to shoot a whole video when I get down there this weekend so you guys can really see it. And I'll come back with another part maybe next Monday Talk Mondays. But here we go. So this is the building. The building. This is the building where I bought in. It's 800 West Avenue. Now, like I said, this is not my apartment. This is just the one video I seen on YouTube, and I'm on the same floor. I have the same view because my apartment is like over here in the corner where you can see that. But this is just the one of the videos I seen on YouTube that actually had the thing. Now I'm going to go over the price first. Once this video plays, I'm going to go over the price. I'm going to go over the process, and I'm going to go over. I could have did this on a regular video, but it's easier to do it with a live. And shout out everybody out that comes, man. So this is like, so this is the place for those that are just coming in. This is the place, the same building, same floor where I bought, and it's right there on the waterfront. So now that you guys see that, it's 800 West Avenue. In the background, of course, you know what I'll do? Just for those that didn't see in the background, I'll play my Houston videos with no sound so that you guys can enjoy because I know you guys don't just want, yes, son. I'm thirsty. All right, get the water out the refrigerator. Did I eat? Yes, you ate already. Get the water out the refrigerator. All right. So we're gonna go from here. No, go get the water out the refrigerator. Move your coat. I know it's okay. My son, he hears me talking. He's supposed to grab a water and go put it. There's only one water. Take that water. That's your water. And let me open it for you. Close the refrigerator. Let me open it for you. All right, give it to me. And you go by the what's the name? What? You go by your table and you drink your water and you go to sleep. Okay. All right, go in your room. Go in your room. All right. I'm back, y'all. So in the background, I'll let that play in my the episodes and let it run through the Houston thing. But here we go. All right, so let's see what in the room. Pin down, what's going on, man? Thanks, appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. It was a long process. Thug, what up, man? DJ Chisel, oh man, thanks, y'all. Fellas, I'm gonna try to connect with DJ Chisel when I get down to South Beach on Thursday, but I'm getting down there late Thursday night. I rented a car, but I gotta stop renting the car because I got a parking space down. I'm gonna give you all the stuff. I'm trying to shout everybody out. Curl, what up? What up, Curl? All right. Justin Strokes. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, so check it out. I'll play this video playing in the background. Is my Houston video. You guys go check it out. Definitely great content. But we're gonna go with this. All right. So when the pandemic hit in March, right? I'm gonna say when the pandemic finally hit in March, I had about how much did I have in my 401? Okay, I had about $50,000 in my 401k that I have been saving. I have been just saving it, but I also of that $50,000, I had like a loan also that was $13,000. But but prior to the pandemic, you couldn't just take money out of your 401k. You had to have a hardship, and if you had a hardship, they would take away 20% based on penalties. So for all intents and purposes, I couldn't, before this coronavirus hit, I could not get out the money out of my 401k. So it just sat there. I could only borrow money, and I had already borrowed $13,000. So it just sat there. I then, and for those who follow my journey, I've been looking for a place in Montclair, New Jersey for the longest. Why? Because I wanted my son to go to school. I wanted my daughter to go to school. I wanted my kids to go to school in Montclair, New Jersey, because growing up, I always was taught that Montclair, New Jersey was the place that once you made it there, you made it. Once you got property in Montclair, because everything is $500,000 and up, you made it. But then coronavirus hit in March. When coronavirus hit in March, all of the New Yorkers, they started coming to New Jersey and buying up everything in Montclair. Everything in any good part of New Jersey, the New Yorkers came to New Jersey and brought up everything. When I say they brought up everything, I mean houses were going for $100,000 more than what the asking price was. The listing price was like 200. I mean, it was like 400,000. It was going for 500,000. The listing price was like 450. It was going for like 600,000. This is what New Yorkers were able to do because they're coming from a higher, bunch of money to where we're at, right? So I'm like, I bet. You know what? I got to find another way to make it because what we can't do is when there's a pandemic, you can't freak out, you can't freeze. You got to keep thinking and keep finding a way. So I said, hey, where else can I buy a place? What else? How do I want my life I had to envision how I want my life to be. I was getting ready to buy a place in Columbia. For those that follow my thing, you guys know I had the money I had saved was going to be for Columbia when I could use it. But when the coronavirus allowed me to then take money out of my account without that 20% penalty, I then took the money out and I said, I'm going to buy a house in Barron. I'm going to buy a condo in Barranquilla, Colombia. Colombia, the country, for those that don't know. The country locked down. Colombia locked down. I mean, I've never thought that a whole country would completely lock down. I know different states, different parts of the country, but the whole country locked down. So I then cannot go out and buy property in Colombia. I couldn't buy property in Colombia. So now I'm sitting with all this money that I took out my 401k, and I had to figure out what I'm going to do with it. You know what I decided? I said, hey, if I can't live in Colombia, I want to live somewhere warm. So I started looking in Miami Beach. So we're going to go to Miami Beach on realtor.com because I want you guys to see as my process that I did when I was going through it. The first thing I did was I went to realtor.com. We're 10 minutes in already. I'm just starting this. And I typed in Miami Beach, Florida, right? Now, the first thing you want to realize is that, oh no, you change the filters. Now, I just wanted something small because I wanted to, I wanted to see what it's like to live in my and have own property in Miami, but I didn't want to go out to a 2-bedroom because I know they would be more expensive. And I knew my budget, what my budget was, which because you're only supposed to leave 20% down. You're only supposed to have to leave 20% down. But during this pandemic, they the for a conventional loan, you have to leave 25% down. And because the property I eventually got didn't have reserves in Miami, I had to leave 30% down. So I'm talking about I had to use my 401k. I had to use all the monies in my account. I sold my little black Jeep that you guys see me that I just brought. Like I basically used every dollar that I had. You know why? Because during the coronavirus, the they changed the policy so that now you needed to have an extended amount of reserves because there was no guarantee that your tenants would pay if you had a property. So the banks require you to have at least $10,000 to $15,000 in reserves if you're getting a property that's a one family or one unit. And that's what I was getting. It's more if you have a multi-family, but that so basically we're going back to here. So the first thing I did was look, I changed the price, right? I hope you guys can see this. I changed the price. I said, how much can I afford? Now at the time I had like 50,000 with the 401k and everything I had. So I said I can probably afford something less than 200,000, right? So I said, let me put in less than 200,000. What kind of property type? I put condo because I want the amenities of a condo. And you don't want to buy a house. Well, I didn't want to buy a house in Miami if I can't go there all the time and check on it because you security, floods, and all that stuff. So I said, boom, 200,000. They said, how many beds do I want? Any. Okay, any, because whatever comes, it comes. Pause. So then I went and I said, how much room do I need? Because the average, like if you guys square footage, if you guys know about square footage, the average size of a studio is like 400 square feet. But I think I needed more. I needed more space. So I went and said, I want any size home over 500 square feet. That was the minimum. Because if you look on realestate.com, that's is no minimum or then it's 500. So 500 is going to be a good size, right? And then I put max 200. I put wow, this is zero results. Why is it zero results? All right, so I put that right. Why is that? Why is it saying this? Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Hold on, hold on. Let me take that footage away. Hold on a second. Ah man, let me see something. Hold up. Miami Beach, Florida. Wow, what happened here? Let's go any. I'm talking through this, but as I'm talking through this, I didn't plan to do it like this, but I just don't know why it's doing this right here. Okay, why does it say land? Let me try this one more time, everybody. Just stick with me. I know you guys are sitting here. I'm just trying to walk you through it, how I did it, and then you guys can see again. Miami Beach, Florida. Search. All right, so all this came up, and then I said price minimum. Oh, that's why I had put 200. I had put $200, not 200,000. Hold up, my fault, y'all. 200,000. 200. 200,000. That was the issue. My fault. My fault. Now property type condo, and there we go. All right. So look. So now let me see if anybody said anything in the room. All right. So I'm gonna get to the room. Jay Clyde. Shout out to Jay Clyde in the building, man. Yeah. Definitely shout out to Slim Sickle. What up, bro? You went to Miami for a few months? No, I'm actually still in New Jersey. I still work. I live in New Jersey, but I purchased the property in Miami. I actually closed on it Friday. Houston was nice, man. Smart move. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everybody, to understand it. I mean, that was exactly what I didn't do, Max. Malcolm Grant, what's going on, bro? Um, no other place in Brazil. I've been all over. Yeah, but right now, owning property overseas is very, 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 very unwise in my book because of the fact that the lockdowns. All right, so basically, so now you guys are walking through me. All right, so boom, walking with me. Now, I said I wanted to buy a property in Miami, right? So the first thing I did was I went to realtor.com and I looked at this stuff. Then I started looking. I started seeing all this stuff. I said, hey, I need to go to map because I don't know the area, but I know I want to be in South Beach. So all this right here automatically got just taken away. So I knew if I'm going to find a place, I was going to find it in this place right here, in this area right here, right? South Beach. Now, it looks like there's a lot of places in South Beach, but you have to realize this. Not all condos are equal. See, some condos have amenities, and some condos are cheaper, and they don't have amenities because they're closer to the beach. Now, me, I'm a beach person, but I want the amenities. So I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to be able to get anything in this circle right here because 9 out of 10 odds, anything by Collins, anything by Washington, anything in this North and Fifth area right here that you see all bundled up that I'm circling around, this area right here, it's not going to have the same condominium perks as a high rise. And I wanted to stay in a high rise. So I knew there was two options. I could come down here. If I can afford it, I can come and rent either. And I didn't want to rent in Brickell. Brickell was across the way. I wanted to be in South Beach. So I could come down here and try to find something. So I started clicking here, and everything was still regular condos. So I went to West Avenue. Now, on West Avenue is more residential area of Miami Beach, and it's usually not available that much from what I've seen, but you can see there are some. So I zoomed in a little bit more. Now, the closer you are to Fifth Avenue, the better your property is going to hold its value. The reason why that is because everything below South of Fifth, if you guys are seeing this part right here where it says Alton Road, which is south of Fifth, which is right south of West Street, West Avenue, these are all of $1 million condos. Everything from south of Fifth on Alton Road, which is right across from where my condo is at, starts at $500,000 or higher. Everything starts at $500,000 or higher for a one bedroom. They don't have any studios available, but I'll show you later. So I went through all this right here, and I said, look, now let me put the filter on because I want a home size for over 500 feet. So I said over 500 square feet. Watch how this limits. You see how much it limited? Even on West Avenue? Let me stick with the chat, fellas. Let's see. Where'd I stop right here? Mo Goodlight, what's going on, man? Jersey strong, man. Jersey strong. Dr. Dre, what up, man? DMV in the building, yo, man. I wish I had my videos still from the Maryland and DMV days, man. Boy. What's your HOA? My home owners association fee is $470. It's $470 a month, and that comes with parking with have fun paying and saying HOA fee a month, and Airbnbs be illegal. And okay, so Airbnbs are not illegal in South Beach. There are some places that you cannot do daily rentals, but I didn't purchase this to have a daily rental. I purchased this because it made sense, especially with the whole COVID situation. You see, because when COVID third wave, whatever they call, hits the Northeast, everything's going to completely shut down completely. I want to have an option to go to Florida and hang out, and have an option to just be free. I want to have an option to send my family down there. I want to have an option to send my brother, send my homie down there. And also I want to have an option when I retire to live somewhere where there's no state tax. I can live cheap and collect rent from my other places I own. So that option was going to be Colombia, and then this whole thing, pandemic, happened. I said, you know what? I need to make a better choice. And right now, my better choice is Florida. back to this. My HOA fees include parking, which is very, very hard to come with on South Beach. Not only do I have parking for my personal vehicle, but if I have a guest, my guest can park their car also. Imagine that. I can park, not only can I park my car in South Beach, but if I have a friend come over, she can park, or they can park their cars in the guest lot, and it's okay. You can't find parking like that on South Beach. It got the pool and the view and all. For those that just coming in, because it's 46 people now, let me show you the video. Let me show the video again of let me show the video again of the condo before I get to this. What's the name? For those that just walking in, this is the condo that I'm saying, that the one right in the middle, because it wasn't 44 people here now. 800 West Avenue. Now this is not the apartment I'm staying in, but it's on the same floor. Let's see. Chris Trips, what's up, man? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. See, the whole thing with this property also is that if I want the option to rent it, I can still rent it, but I have to rent it for 6 months at a time, which is not an issue for me. I may end up just renting it for 8 months and using it the other 4 months when I want to go down there, because everybody knows I travel. I go to different countries, but I do want a place to go when it's cold in New Jersey, and Florida is only a 2.5 to 3 hour ride away. You know what I mean? So let me walk you guys through the process. Now that you guys seen the place and everything, let me walk you guys through the process, because the process was tough. All right. So I was looking at a place, like I said, I found the place, and the person wanted, I'm gonna go here. The person wanted $179,000 for the place, right? Now, I knew that at the time of coronavirus, everybody was trying to leave condos. They were trying to go get single families. So everybody was selling. Another thing that I knew is that people who owned condos in the States that live internationally, they were trying to get rid of their condos, because the government of the United States said, hey, you can't come over here and you can't make the people pay rent. So people were losing a lot of money because they own properties in the States, and they was from another country. The person I brought this place from is from another country. So they were able, so I had an idea that they were going to negotiate. I didn't know it was from another country at the time, but I knew they was trying to hurry up and get it sold. So I offered $155 for it. Of course, they said no way, no way. They said no. So we went back and forth, and we came up to 167. Dope. I'm good with 167, because I knew this property as is was going to appraise for at least 170. So I didn't have an issue with it, and I would, because interest rates are so low, I was going to only have to pay $1,350 a month, and I could rent it for $1,500, and that's not even including with the parking. So I said, all right, cool. Now, as I negotiated back and forth, I did the inspection, and here's the first thing I'll say when you're buying a property during or out of the state or during this whole pandemic. You want to make sure you have a great realtor. And I was lucky enough, even though I found the place, I was lucky enough to find a great realtor who walked me through this process, because without the realtor, I wouldn't have been able to keep going back and forth and getting all the stuff, getting all the people together and getting the stuff. So shout out to Diana Kaye, because she really did everything. She did a virtual tour, sent me the video while she was going through the unit. She sent another separate video so I could keep going back and looking at it when I wanted. She organized the person who I found funding for, because my job, I was going to use my job for the funding, because they were going to give me a 3.5 interest rate on an investment property. But what happens is that when they found out that the property didn't have reserves, that fell through. So I couldn't use FedEx funding. And she came up and she found the person to get me funding, a mortgage broker. And listen, you definitely want to get a realtor. So that's the first thing I did after I found the place. I got a realtor. And the rest was history, man. Like, they wanted 179. I actually, after negotiation, I got this place for $162,000. and then I did the appraisal, and it appraised for $180,000. So basically, I brought this property for $18,000 less than what it appraised for, and I brought it at 3.625% interest rate, which means that we're putting 30% down, 3.625 interest rate. I end up only having to pay I end up only having to take a loan out for $115,000, and my mortgage every month with the HOA fees is $1,322 with the HOA fees. Now, for those that don't know, you can't rent anything in South Beach for less than 13. You're not going to rent anything in South Beach for less than 13, and you're definitely not going to rent anything in a high rise for less than 15. So, to me, it's a great deal. It fit me, and I really like it, man. And it's just you know, the only thing that makes it hard to buy property, in my opinion, during this whole pandemic is that the reserve requirement went up, and that really almost got me, because when it came to the underwriter really wanted to see me have $12,000 more after closing costs. And like I said, I literally had to use every penny I had. I got to the point where I was using my credit card to pay for everything, and then getting the cash and putting from whatever I paid for to put in my bank account. But you got to show any large amounts, so I had to put in small amounts. It was just so much stuff I did to get this place, but it's worth it, man. Let me go to you guys in the comments now because I explained it all. Let's go ahead. Once again, the HOA fee was $468 or $470 actually, $468 actually. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it, man. Rent it for $1,700. I could for the first couple months. I just want to keep going back and forth and getting it together, because I don't want to remodel the whole place, but I want to fix a lot of stuff up, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, 3.624. Yeah. That was the rate I got as an investment property. And for those that don't know, investment properties are usually a higher rate than you get your regular property. But my credit was like a 780. My middle score was a 765. My middle score was a 765. So my credit was good. My debt to income ratio, I was debt free. Before I bought this property, aside from the two properties I own, which pay for themselves, I was debt free. So all intents and purposes, the only thing that was really making it hard for me to ease through this whole process was the fact that I didn't have. It took me. I had to do a lot to get the money I needed because of the reserves, because of the change in coronavirus process. But listen, I'm telling you, interest rates about to go up. I don't know how fast they're gonna go up, but they're gonna go up. This is why I tell everybody, if you're gonna do something, do it now, man. Do it now. Like I said, once we get over 30 minutes, we could talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, but it'll be, I don't know if I'm going to come on Wednesday. I'm probably not going to come on Wednesday because I got to get some sleep. I don't know. Because, Wednesdays I do my single man's guide, but I need to get some swipes on, because I'm going to be down in Miami Thursday night. I'm going to be down in Miami Friday night, and I'm supposed to be leaving Saturday. I've been going back and forth checking the flights to see if I could change my flight to Sunday, but it's like $100 difference, and I don't want to, even though it wouldn't be a big thing, I don't want to spend $100 because when I go down there to Miami, I got a bed. I paid like $1,000 for this bed just to hold me over. Only thing I'm doing is I'm buying a bed, and I'm gonna buy a big TV, and I'm gonna put the bed and the TV in the condo. For those that keep going to the condo, I'm gonna buy a bed and a TV for the condo. Because after today, I don't want to have to pay for Airbnbs. I paid for Airbnb this time, but whenever I go to Florida after this trip, I'm not paying for no more Airbnbs. As long as I got a bed and a wash and dry, and everything works. Everything works. As long as I got a bed and a TV and everything works, I'm cool with staying there until I can get the money to fix it up. I had to take money out of my HELOC and all that stuff, man. So appreciate you, Trav. Appreciate you, man. I got a townhome at 3.71 is good. Listen, 3.71 is good. This property that I just refinanced that I'm living in now, in New Jersey, I had a 5.2. I had a 5.25 interest rate, and before the before the coronavirus hit, I refinanced down to a 3.5. That's how much of a percentage I dropped from 5.2 to 3.5. Listen, 3 point. You okay, Xavier? All right, 3.71 is amazing, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, I try to tell people you don't have to have the highest credit thing. Once you over 750, once you over 750 as a middle score, you can go out and do everything. I don't even want to get an 800 score because if I'm getting an 800 score, that means I'm not using my credit the way it's supposed to be used. I'm just using it to have like big numbers and stuff. In the meantime, I've been like, damn, homie, I got a Sunday fun day for your celebrations. I'll pay for you Monday morning. See, it Chisel, it's not even really the money thing. It's just that my son lives with me. My son lives with me, and I take him to school. I take him to school every day. If I leave, if I leave, his mother might not take him to school, like because she lives far from the Catholic school I got him going to. So when I went to Houston, he missed a day, so I don't want him to miss too many days. That's why I'm really trying to come back on Sunday at the latest. But I haven't decided. I mean, at the last minute, I might change because there's no change fee for the flight. I can cancel the flight and get my money back, or just put it on my credit and just pay for another flight. But I just haven't decided yet, man. I'm gonna bring enough clothes so I can do it, but I haven't decided yet, man. But dang, Sunday fun day for celebrations. Yeah, man. So all right, we 30 minutes in. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to say that because, like I said, I just finished packing my bag. I gotta carry on. I'm gonna go there. So yeah, man, that's the whole thing. Like I said, quick summary. New Yorkers, they brought up everything in New Jersey. I decided to take my talents to South Beach. I went on realtor.com. I looked at anything over 500 feet. This one came up that was 179,000. I also knew that because of coronavirus, a lot of people didn't want to live in big condos. They was starting to back up. I said, hey, I know even though it might be a buyer's, even though it might be a seller's market, I can still negotiate because it's a condo. Got them down to 162. It appraised for 180. Went through the process, the hardest process everybody knows, the underwriting. I made it past underwriting last week. I got to clear the close. I sent my money to the through the wire because it's long distance. I had to wire it, and I'm going down Thursday, fellas. So like, it just shows what's possible, y'all. You can close on a property. Yeah, definitely. You can close on a property. You can do all the stuff during this virus stuff. Like my end of my all right. Everybody knows from last year I did the end of the year because we're over 30, so we done with this. But I'll put my Houston stuff in the background just because. All right. What was it? Hold on. We're gonna kick it for a little bit because I'm gonna put this Houston stuff back on. In fact, hold up. Let me go to the most viewed Houston video so you guys can see that. Hold up. Let me go to the most viewed Houston video. All right, let's go here. All right, boom. All right, so what was I gonna say? Ah, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, like it's just the whole next year, I'm not gonna be traveling as much as okay, now I was gonna say, all right. So this year was the pandemic, and everybody knows at the end of the year, I do like a year in review to review my year. And I think this year is gonna be all about perception and how you can control your perception no matter what's going on around you. Because if you look at what the whole world perceives this 2020 year to be, it was horrible. It was so much deaths. It was so much stuff like that. But then if you look at my page, you're going to see a whole different year. You're going to see me starting off in Colombia and Barranquilla. You're going to see me going to Cartagena. You're going to see me then coming back even during coronavirus and going to Miami, then going to Mexico, then going to Houston. And all of that kind of just gives me the feeling, gave me the understanding that life is about perception. If you think you can't do something, you can't do it. If you think something's going to be horrible, it's going to be horrible. If you think you can't get a property during when nobody else is able to get a property, you're not going to be able to get it. But if you try to find a way, you can get it, man. And I did. And I did, you know. Wallace says, I'm also a veteran. That's dope. So I had to put $0 down. So if any of you guys are veterans of renting, yes, that's a fact, man. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, it's Money Talk Mondays. If you don't get a house, and it's my opinion, I'm not saying it's a fact, it's an opinion. If you do not get a house or a investment vehicle in this crash or in this short period of time, it's going to be a long. I feel as though it's going to be a long time because they're going to make it real hard for you to get something, and then when that comes, it's going to be tough because even if houses go on sale, what's going to happen is that you're not going to qualify for it. I had to have everything as perfect as I had it just to get a loan for $115,000. You guys are not understanding me. If you're not understanding me, both of my homes cash flow, right? Both of the homes that I own cash flows. I'm not going to tell you how much, but they both cash flow. I have a career I've been at for 18 years. I had $60,000 ready to put down, and they still wanted to give me a hard time. So if they're giving me a hard time with all this stuff going down, can you imagine how bad it's going to be when interest rates go up? Can you imagine how bad it's going to be in 2021? And if you're renting, you have to understand that it's going to get real nasty for you if we go into lockdown again. It's going to get real nasty. Yes, rent prices may come down for everybody else, but if something happens with your form of income and you are still renting and not an owner, you may your family wealth, you and yourself and your family wealth may never be able to recover. There's going to be so many people who are not going to be able to recover from this. Don't allow yourself to be that one of them people, man. Just don't, man. It's not worth it, man. What's going on, Fred Moore? What's going on? MG Toe. Salute for having your shit together. Listen, man, I don't want people, like I said, I tell my story because I don't want people to believe that, oh, this guy had a silver spoon and he just got it. No. Bro, you guys, most guys know my story if you watch my stuff. Like, you know what I mean? No father, mother in and out of mental institution. Grandparents are church folks. I'm not a church folks. So I can say all the bad stuff I have, or I can say the great stuff. Mother was the loving mother, the best mother I could ever wish for. Grandfather knew business. He knew real estate. I didn't listen, but at least now I can understand it. But you have to. Everyone is given a way out. Everyone is given a way out. Some people don't want to accept the way out they're given. And some people it takes longer to get to, like me. But if I can show you that I can do it, then you have no excuse, man. Not you as y'all, but just people in general. Jay, what's going on, man? And I'm hoarding cash to go hammer 2021 crazy. See, that's the thing. The thing about hoarding cash, Jay, is that it's not having cash that's going to be the problem in 2021 or 2022 if there's some kind of market crash. It's going to be the restrictions that they're moving because of COVID. They said that you can no longer count 100 or 7. You can't. They did something where you couldn't count because it was never 100%. You can't count, or you can only count 60% of your rental income because of COVID. Before it was like 70 or 80 or even 100% of your rental income. But now you can only count 60% of your rental income. So check this out. Let's say you get a duplex, right? You want a house hack. You want to live in one side and you want to rent the other side. Before they used to say, hey, if you make $1,000 and you can rent the other side for $1,000, we'll give you something that you can pay that has a $2,000 mortgage. No problem. Now they're saying, no, if you make $1,000 and that side makes $1,000, you can only get something that's $1,600, which means that your odds of you getting something that's going to be good are going to be slim. Another reason is this is my belief. Another reason is because people really believe there's going to be like a real estate crash. People believe that houses are going to go up and everything is going to be like on sale again. But I think what it was like CNBC said about 70% of the households have about 20 to 30% equity in their homes. That wasn't the same thing as 2008. 2008, people was upside down, meaning they had less equity in their homes than their home was worth. In this recession or this depression, people actually own a lot of stuff. And as soon as somebody can get a discount, they're going to buy it before it hit rock bottom. So it's not going to hit rock bottom in my head. Arturo, what's going on, man? What's going on, Arturo? But if you're a cash buyer, but that's the thing. Cash buyers is if the prices go low, like budget low. But prices are not going to go budget low this time around, man. They're not. And it's going to be very hard. Let me see. Given the current situation, what should a 23-year-old like me do with only $10K saved in school do? If you don't have a career, if you have a job that you've been at for more than 2 years, my suggestion to you would be to try and get a duplex. If your credit is good enough, try to get a duplex where you can rent out both floors and live in the basement free. Because if you can rent out both floors in a duplex, you're basically not paying any rent. And then you take that money that you're saving and you pay off your school bills. That's only if you have a job you've been at for 2 years, at least 2 years, because they're going to want to see all that. But that is what I feel as though you should do. Just tell them that you're going to live there, and that's what, if you don't have a job, let's speak on the other hand, and you're 23 years old and you got 10K saved, put that money in the stock market, man. Put it in, not in a certain particular stock. Put it in what is this called? Not a mutual fund, but put it in I can't get off my tongue right now, but an ETF. Put it in an ETF, which is basically a group of stocks that's going to go up, because even if stocks go down, overall over time it's going to go up. And you can also just put it in an ETF, let it grow until you finish school, and then do this whole process. But those are two options. You're saying housing going to deleverage, harder to finance, less leverage, less buyers, less demand, lower prices. Not necessarily. You see, because the people of hedge, one thing that's happening now that didn't happen back before is that hedge funds are buying multifamily properties. Now, if you're talking about the single family market, maybe you have a chance. But now hedge funds understand the benefit in buying multifamily properties. So there are investors ready to pounce on it. You may have $100,000, $200,000, and that might seem like a lot to you. 300 might seem like a lot to you. But when hedge funds come with billions of dollars and buy up a whole city, the stuff that's going to be left over is going to be stuff that you ain't gonna really want, because you're gonna have to work extra hard for it. It's not going to be worth it, and it's going to be a bunch of loopholes. I'm not saying that's not going to be possible, because it's always possible. But I'm saying if you buy now, it is the best. It is the best plan. The best plan is to buy now, not wait till the market goes down, because there's too many variables. You got it, man. Obviously. Thanks, Sean. That's what I meant to say. Index funds. That's what I meant to say. For a 23-year-old, invest in index funds, man. Because unless you could somehow get, like I said, get that duplex where you can live in the basement and rent out the other 2 floors, invest in index funds, because you're going to need, at least in this economy with the whole coronavirus changes, you're going to need at least 30,000. Well, in New Jersey, where I live in New Jersey, you're going to need at least 30,000 to go get a house right now. I mean, you may get one for 20,000 if you go FHA, maybe, but you're gonna need at least 20,000 for FHA, and you're gonna need at least 30,000 for look at telling me. Let me get telling me on the screen. You're gonna need at least 30. Oh, he's live. You're gonna need 30,000 for that, man. But I just wanted to run it through run through you guys and talk to you about how you get a property and whatnot. How at least how I got it, how I got the property, what I had to go through. But hopefully I'll be on Wednesday, fellas, ladies. I'll be on Wednesday because I got to do this. I got to do some swiping. Even though I'm only down there for 2 days, I still want to connect with some lovely ladies down in Miami. So appreciate you guys for coming. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I see you. I don't know. Either I see you in the next video, or I see you in Miami. Peace.